Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the MadMiners server with me, Sophie. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We've got some huge plans for today's episode. We're going to start laying the foundation for our growing empire, and we may get sucked off on a side quest to get some wings. But hey, what's that over there? So this is it. This is going to be the cornerstone of the Witchy Incorporated empire. You heard that right. If you were one of the people that watched my videos last year, or last season rather, I had a store that I called the Kitschy Witchy, and I've decided to upscale that quite a bit, and we're calling it Witchy Incorporated now, or Witchy Inc. And this factory building is going to be the cornerstone of our growing empire. You'll notice that there are some different shaped and colored, rather, different shapes and different colored wool buildings in here. And each of these corresponds to a different type of farm that I plan on building this season. There are 4 different levels to this factory that I'm building, and each level is going to be filled with farms. The only exception being this large teal section that you see elbows around this corner is going to be a storage unit, which is actually going to be 2 levels. It's going to have a level down there for storage and a level up here. So it is going to be quite large. Going to have a super smelter down there with its own special lava room filled with cauldrons, creating furnace fuel for us. So in this episode, we're just doing the facade of this. It's currently the 14th of January when I'm recording this, and the video is going to be coming out in the 3rd week of January. So I am hoping to have this entire building completely built by the end of the month. That's my promise to you folks and to myself. I wanted to set a deadline to reach, and I plan on reaching that deadline. And then in the coming month after that, we will fill it with all of our farms and slowly but surely take over the server. You remember that side mission I told y'all about? Well, thanks to Maddie, we have a pair of wings that we're borrowing currently, and we're going to go end raiding a little bit. Because we're going to need some wings so we can get a better bird's eye view of the swamp, especially with our big factory build going up that we took a look at earlier. So we're going to go end raiding, and I'm going to show you some nice highlights of that right now. Luckily, that was a pretty successful end run there. As you can see here, we have our own wings. I returned the ones that I borrowed from Maddie to her. So GG, and thank you very much to Maddie for letting me borrow a set of her Unbreaking Mending wings. I really appreciate it. And now we have our own pair, and we actually have some backup gear and about half a stack of diamonds. Well, now that we have our wings, we can finally take an aerial view of our swamp, or part of our swamp. It is quite massive. This is just the beginning of what we're going to be doing in this area. We'll put our factory facade and our factory building here in this area. I've got plans to put some things up on this hill too and around this back. The entrance to our cave in our underground mine is over here. So we'll be doing something with that in the future. So there are a lot of exciting plans here on the MadMiners server, and I've got a lot of exciting plans for my big sprawling swamp here. I'm going to be building a lot, and what we're doing over here near the starter house and where the portal is honestly just the beginning. There's some big plans ahead. Yeah, I think what we're going to do now is we're going to finally start getting the frame of our facade built. Now that we have the ability to take an aerial view, or if we happen to fall off somewhere high, I can quickly hit the little launch button, and then that way, hopefully, I won't die. And it should only cause minimal damage to my elytra until I can get them mended and unbreaking on them. But yeah, I'm really excited to share all these future plans, and really excited to just keep building and showing everybody how I build and what I build and what kind of plans I got. But we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody. So, a couple of days later, I had to gather up all the resources to get the framework done to our building. Let's see if I can land. Nope. Gosh dang it. Okay, close enough. So as you can see, this thing is freaking massive. I have the ribbing or the framework done of the building, and I have put in the floor here on the first floor. I'm liking how it's coming together. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the individual floors in first, just because it'll give me something stable to stand on. I have been using my scaffolding quite often, and then my wings. Let's get airborne here. Come on. Here we go. It is huge. It's going to be a massive building. It's going to house 24 different farms in a large-scale sorting system. It's really hard to show the exact scale of how freaking huge this is, but it's freaking huge, and I'm super excited. I still have a lot of work to do, but I wanted to show you guys the progress so far. This is literally, I think, 2 double chests full of andesite is all this is. And then I have a little detail work down here with deep slate variants in the courtyard, and then in the front here, around the windows is stone bricks. So, but other than that, 2 double chests worth of andesite. Lots and 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 lots of andesite. And I have lots and lots of granite. I'm probably going to need about 4 double chests full of granite and about a double chest full of bricks. And then I throw some polished granite in there. It'll probably end up being about a double chest of polished granite. Just to finish the exterior facade of the building. And then the interior floors are all probably going to be wood planks. I may change it out for spruce or dark oak as I go further up. I haven't quite decided, but I do like how the oak looks like. It very much fits with like the old factory, like 1900s vibe that I'm kind of going for this space. So I'm super duper excited, and I really hope that you folks like what you're seeing so far, and I will bring you back in as soon as I have more to show you. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, it's still not completely done, but it's a hell of a lot further along now than it was before yesterday when I recorded yesterday's clip showing you the progress I had made so far. As you can tell, we have some floors in. I have framed out most of the windows in the build. What these are. Most of these are windows. So this is how I texturize big builds. What I'll do is I'll figure out the location of where I would like the windows. I frame out the windows, and then I will go through with whatever my texture blocks are, which in this case are polished granite and brick blocks, and the bulk of the building is going to be just normal granite. So I frame out the windows, I throw down some granite, and then I go around with the brick. I did this entire floor already, and then I'm starting on this floor up here, and then I'll just slowly but surely work my way up the build. I'm really excited about how this is turning out. I'm glad that I put the floors in first because it gives me more of a ballpark idea of how much room I have and where I want things, and how I want things set up, because obviously this is a huge building. Before I get ahead of myself again, I'm apt to do, I'm going to finish texturizing the outside and inside walls. I'm going to finish putting the glass in for the windows, and then we'll touch base again. I really hope you like how this is coming out because I'm super pumped on it. It's been a lot of grinding. It's been a lot of resource gathering. You can see I have a rather large chest monster down there right now. So, and eventually we'll be moving that into the building. But as soon as I have more to show you folks, I will bring you back in. Alrighty, everybody. So it's all set. It's all done. Shut it down. Episode over. Building's complete. I thought it was a little drafty in here. The front facades, and then some roofing details that I'm going to throw up there. And just like that, everything's finished. This has been quite the build. It has been quite the experience. It's taken me about 4 days to build. I had to stop a few times to gather more resources. My numbers were a bit off. I ended up needing more brick than I thought I did. I ended up needing less granite than I assumed I would. I also ended up changing a few block types out to different things. I wasn't planning on using these tiles, but I really, really like how this turned out. But get airborne and take a look real quick. So there it is, all finished, all the way around. I added a few details up there on the roof, as you saw. I'm super excited to finally fill this in with a whole bunch of builds. Got some air conditioning units up here, and a little water tower too. And then obviously, as you saw there, we've got a big W for Witchy Ink. Got our nice little courtyard down through here. And then these two lights down here are connected with daylight sensors, so they'll only turn on at night. All the other ones are stationary and on 24/7. I've got pressure plates on all the doors. Every floor's done. This has been a huge undertaking. We've got what Scar would call a little Peter Pan window here. So if I'm flying in, I can just fly right into the building instead of having to land and walk through the front doors. I've got this nifty little nook in here. I have to put some more bookshelves and some more decoration in here still, but this is going to be like a nice little hidden enchantment area for us. Our super smelter is going to go over there. We're going to have a bunch of other workstations on this wall and a big lava room in the front. Back there on that back wall is going to be our storage system. Up here on this third floor is going to be the other section of our storage system. We'll have a little way to see down to our furnace smelting area. And then we've got the fourth floor up here, which we're going to fill with more farms. I'm super excited about how this build turned out. I just think it gives you the best view in the entire world from the back. And it looks really nice from the front too. I honestly cannot wait to fill this entire build with tons and tons and tons and tons of farms. It's going to be super amazing. And I think that's what we're going to do in the next episode, is start things off by building a couple of farms. I really hope that you folks like this build and are excited to see what else I have in store. I really have a ton of things planned. Took me a really long time building this, but I'm really, really, really super proud and feel a really big sense of accomplishment. But I hope you folks have a beautiful day and a wonderful tomorrow, and we will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.